I think obviously the teams like the guys behind me and the Red Sox and White Sox and Chicago teams that have owners that are baseball fans. Seems like it. They go out and do what they're supposed to do, and I feel like some of these owners just aren't baseball fans. They're not baseball people. They just don't understand anything about it. Period. I don't know who they have chirping in their ears at times. Like I love Bob. I was just quiet. Um, he didn't really get me in the beginning. I had a good story with him when I just big league the owner. I had no idea who he was, and of course, he had no idea either what he was doing at the time. He had a funny story. He had a parking spot, right? Like, starting pitcher shows up a little bit later, about then they're in a single spot under there because we shared it with the hot dog vendors and everybody else in the stadium for some reason. And these first four spots are always open. I'm like, I'm going to park in this bitch. Ain't nobody ever parked there. So I parked there and I'm getting ready for my start at 5:30 and somebody comes in and is like, hey, AJ, we need your keys. And I was like, I'm getting dressed right now. My keys are in my locker if you want to reach in there and get my keys. And he just kind of backed up. And he's like, you're parking in the owner's spot. I was like, oh, you mean the one that's been empty all season? And I said, is he here now? He said, no, but he might show up. I'm like, look, bro, I'm going to go get ready to throw. My keys are right here. If he shows up, he can move my car. He didn't show up that day or whatever. But I come back like 5 days later, pitch, and it's roped off with a caution, like yellow caution tape. So old AJ comes out and he cuts the caution tape, backs his car in there, and then ties the tape back, parked there for my start. Well, he came to this game, the game I did that, and I was right in his spot, and I'm coming in at 7:02. I got smoke out of the ears. I'm just locked in, ready to go. And there's this dude at the end of the dugout just standing there, and he's just like, just waiting at the end of the dugout. And I'm like, okay, like I met him. I didn't see him. I may have seen him in the spring, but I just didn't remember. Anyway, he holds his hand out and like big old grin as I'm walking in the dugout to go down and get my dip and towel off and get ready to go out and try to shove. I just walk right hell by him. Like I'm just like, fuck this guy, dude. I gotta go pitch. And then I go throw and I come out of the game and everybody's just they love it. I'm like, what the fuck? What's so funny? And they're talking about how you big league the owner. And I was like, what? It was like, you big league the owner. I was like, get out. Oh, you know what? That was not after I pitched. So I went down the dugout, and then 8 guys came in the little room afterwards, like, hey, you know what you just did? You know what that was? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I don't know what the hell I was. Who's that? Because that's the owner. So I felt really great about that. And then and then as I'm walking up the steps to go out the pitch, he's back there again. Like, we'll talk about this parking lot situation later, And I'm like, this guy serious right now? Like, I'm about to go shove. Like, I don't give a shit about no parking lot right now. Let's go out and get some baseball going. But we talk about it. We laugh about it. Even when he calls me today or I call him, we bring it up and laugh. But I just don't think some of them get it. They didn't play it. They don't know it. They haven't been there. So it just doesn't click with them. And they're not fans. And the fans of the game spin and give their fans winning teams, I think. Or that's how it should be anyway. That's how it should be.
That's epic.
Two things. Does he not? Obviously, he doesn't go to any games. And second of all, no wonder they didn't bring you back if you're big league and the owner. I mean, damn, the owner's like, screw this dude, get him out of here. You don't even know who I am.
He parked in my spot. Hey, just big league me, man. Who's this dickhead? But no, I mean, it was funny, man. Like, but that's how it was, man. I didn't, you ready to go play, man. I didn't see anybody in that dugout when I walked down there. I had 25 guys, on each side of me. I didn't see any of them. I'm just going down there ready to throw, but it was funny, man. It was hysterical.
I get it.
But he had no idea. Like, he had no idea. Like, you want to talk about parking situation right now? It's 7:03, bro. Like, right now? No.
Have a feel. Are you kidding me? Like, do you want to win the game?
That's what I mean. I just don't think a lot of them have a feel. They just don't know. They just don't know. And he was totally harmless about it. Completely harmless about it. But
hey, you can tell. You can tell it's not a diehard baseball fan if you listen to a combo with him versus like, the Phillies owner, the Mets owner, right? Guys like that. So I don't know. I mean, and this AJ can tell me too. How many games do you think on average an owner goes to see their own team play?
Depends on what team.
Yeah.
Don't some guys go to like majority of the games?
Reinsdorf said a lot.
Yeah.
I know that White Sox guy. When I was at the Rangers, they were there all the time.
Yep.
Like Nolan was kind of their front man. He was there like at every game.
Obviously, the A's owner has probably never been.
Steinbrenner's at every game. Yeah. Steinbrenner's. Yeah, they were there.
John Henry, the Red Sox, they were at a lot of games.
Oh yeah. He's a huge fan. Huge fan.
You own a team. You don't want to go to the game. To me, this combo though helps to describe why you don't have a feel.
I don't understand why you would own a team and not want to make it the best team in the league. Well, I know. I get that too, but don't you get that if you win?
But if you're the Pirates and you can have a payroll of $30 million and you're getting $50 million in
and
revenue
still banking it, yeah,
and $30 million from BAM and all the money from the and listen, you know this. Pirates fans are awesome. I mean, they come to these damn games and they're not good, and they still get $20,000 a game, and they're loud. I love going to Pittsburgh. It's one of the best ballparks in the league, and the fans are incredible there. Even when they're not good, man, they're packed. It's loud. They got their flags. They're doing the whole deal. It's awesome.
Dude, they're dying for winning.
So so give it to him. I don't get it. Give it to him. And he did for a second, and then it was just like, bring us all back. Let's run at it 4 more times or 3 more times,
Yeah, but you were tired. You said I'm done after 15, so he couldn't bring you back.
I did. I couldn't wipe my ass, AJ. It was tough, bro. It was getting tough.
All the damn curveballs you threw me. That's why.
It was good. I know, right?
You were an all-star that year, too, right?
I think I threw you 9 straight, I think, at one point.
Yeah, we're going to get to that when we have time.
Yeah, but wait, you were an all-star that year. Were you just, like, falling 15, apart?
Yeah. Toward the end of the year. So I felt like I aged a lot in Philly. When I went over to Philly, there's a lot of things that helped me and kept me on the field in Pittsburgh and other places that necessarily wasn't there in Philly. And not that they did anything wrong. It's just, certain acupuncture things or certain treatments that, I had that Tommy John 03, bone spurs, you name it, blah, blah. And it just wasn't the same there. And I just felt like I had a nagging injury there that just I never really got over. And it came back in 15 at the end. And it was just, I mean, dude, this is a dude that threw 99 with a hammer, and I punched out 7 dudes in my last start with changeup. I was like, no, I got to go.